What's going on, you bunch of heathens? Back with another Yarn Hub reaction and a new model, as I'm sure you can tell. This one's cute as fuck. But the video we're checking out today, as I'm sure you can tell from the title, is When a Pilot with Bazookas Led a Tank Battle, which instantly fucking caught my attention. That just sounds metal as fuck. So I wanted to check it out. Original video will be linked down below. Make sure you guys go and give them their love. And without further ado, let's jump in.
It's July 1944, and Major Charles Carpenter is returning from a spotting mission in Normandy in his Piper Al-4 Grasshopper. As soon as he lands, an order comes in to immediately drive to the front lines and scout for an airstrip.
Damn, no rest for the wicked, huh?
His yet unnamed fighting Grasshopper, with bazookas strapped under its wings, will have to wait for a taste.
Dude, that's dope. Fucking early era fucking cast. Like, ground attack vehicle. That's actually so fucking cool. Just, yeah, the strap some fucking bazookas to the wings of a plane. That works. That's
in a Jeep,
amazing.
Carpenter speeds through the French countryside, as close to the front line as he can. Coming round a bend near Avranches, he spots a platoon of 5 M4 Sherman tanks. They're in full reverse, all the while under heavy fire.
Oh, shit.
Carpenter frowns. He'd been flying above this countryside for days and hadn't seen any German force large enough to push back the Americans. Carpenter guns the accelerator to get closer. The Germans have control of a nearby town and have the Americans pinned.
Oh my god, do you know what this map reminds me of? I don't know if y'all ever ended up actually, if y'all played this game, or if you ever played it. Did you guys ever play the Call of Duty World War II? Did y'all ever play that game? I know it wasn't the most popular by any means, but I remember I had some pretty good fun with it. And there's a map on it, because there was this, I don't remember what the mode was called exactly. There was a mode where you had to attack at one point, you had to build a bridge, whatever. That's exactly what just this reminds me of. Super cool.
The US
good memory. That was a cool game mode.
As 88mm rounds slam into their positions. Carpenter brakes sharply, and the Jeep skids to a halt. He runs towards the tanks
That's what it is.
into
It's
a
88s.
ditch. He's not alone. Taking cover, US infantry are already there.
What's going on?
The soldier explains
a surprise.
that they tried to take the bridge going into the town.
Fucking
but were
random
met with
pilot.
an overwhelming German response.
I can see that.
There's hundreds of them. That can't be right. It's got to be a German trick.
Spurred into action, Carpenter waits for an explosion. Then immediately jumps out of the ditch, heading for the lead
shit.
Sherman, climbs on top, and gets hold of its 50 cal machine gun, loading it, ready to fight.
Boy, he's a fucking
The tank commander
beast.
yells at Carpenter.
What the hell are you doing?
Carpenter shows his wings and explains he's been flying over the positions and knows that the Germans can be beaten.
I'm sure there's not that many. Let's go.
No way, Flyboy. We're not going anywhere.
You either move, or I'm gonna shoot you.
Damn! That's a strong fucking position to have right there, buddy. Especially in the midst of all of that. But that is a good, but at the same time, like, I understand where both are coming from. But fuck. I mean, yeah, the pilot who's been
The commander weighs up his
okay.
choices. Shot by Germans or Carpenter.
I don't think I'm not sure if Carpenter would actually shoot him, though.
He makes a decision, and the Sherman tank roars to life and
Fuck
pushes
yeah!
towards the bridge. The other tanks follow, with Carpenter on the 50 cal in the lead.
Ricochet, keep moving. Push forward.
As they approach the bridge, MG-42s strike up, peppering the American tanks.
Yeah, that'd be scary as
Carpenter
fuck.
immediately returns fire with his 50 caliber. The tank commander shouts out the bearing to the gunner. Carpenter feels a jolt as the tank's turret moves underneath him.
Oh, this is gonna be
Inside,
loud.
the gunner brings the machine gun nest into the center of his gun sight.
On the way. Fire.
God, the
The Germans quickly
yeah, like, comment, subscribe, as they say. The fact that the foot pedal, that it's a foot pedal fucking trigger is so cool to me. And honestly, despite how much I loved like the Sherman and World War II movies and tanks and all that, it wasn't, as bad as it sounds, it wasn't until I watched Fury that I actually learned that the Sherman had a foot pedal as a fucking trigger. I'm sure other tanks do as well, but I'm just saying I didn't know that the Sherman itself did until that movie.
And in their position just moments before a 75mm shell hits the machine gun nest and explodes, turning it into a crater. At such close range, Carpenter is hit by the blast and the wind is taken from him. But mustering his strength, he gets on the 50 cal, forcing the German machine gunners to take cover. They peer out to fire back, but are met by the Sherman's 75mm cannon turning towards them.
Oh, that's a scary...
The gunner presses the firing switch.
Yeah, I'd fucking run too. My ass would run too. I ain't taking that fucking fight. Fuck that. That's scary.
Is propelled out of the 75mm gun.
Hell yeah, that did it. Load it up.
Hell yeah.
Carpenter lets the Browning sing as the 5 Shermans roll onto the bridge.
Forward to the town.
Carpenter feels the thrill of the heat of battle and is shouting orders to the tank crew. He assumes a position of platoon commander, and the tanks obey his orders.
Damn. Fucking kind of straight, like... Interesting, like... This random dude shows up. It's kind of strange that they just took his word for it. Considering, as far as they know, this is just some random fucking dude who just showed up. But... Cool fucking story.
Rounding a corner with a shell at the ready, Carpenter yells,
"Let her go!"
The Sherman fires, and the shell strikes a building at the end of the street.
Damn, yeah,
with
fucking
the
make them
rapidly
worry.
Approaching, the Germans have no choice but to abandon the cannons.
Clear. Keep moving.
Under the command of Carpenter, the American forces...
Just a little tidbit that I'm watching, like, kind of, yeah, check it out up here too, but I'm mainly looking at the fucking suspension as they detail it over the bumpy road, and just seeing the suspension work just as a... love it.
They find the 88mm guns abandoned by their crews.
Oh, wait, did he say he's
The
a
town
major?
Isn't completely clear though.
Did I just misremember that?
Make sure no enemies are lurking.
He leads the Sherman around the outskirts and spots a tank in the field
I guess I
ahead
just freaking forgot that.
and doesn't hesitate.
Tank, fire!
But as soon as the words leave his mouth, they turn to ash, as he sees the target he's spotted
Oh shit!
is an American Sherman tank.
No! 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 That's not good. That's not good.
He starts to shout, but before he can speak, the gun beneath him fires.
Oh no!
There's lead in Carpenter's stomach as the shell flies across
There'd be
the
lead
air
in mine
towards
too. That's a
frenzied tank.
shit fucking...
A Sherman bulldozer tank with a plow attached to the front is hit. The shell hits the demining plow, and with incredible luck, causes no damage to the
Oh,
crew.
thank fuck.
The battle draws to an end, and as the adrenaline starts to subside and the realization
Why was there a random fucking American Sherman on the other side of the town?
sets in that he shot a friendly, Charles's mood darkens. The platoon commander, spotting Carpenter, orders his men to arrest him.
Fool, you could have gotten us all killed.
He's brought back from the front lines and placed in a military prison. Awaiting trial for a court-martial, Charles is told that he could face the firing squad.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But instead of being shot, Charles earned a Silver Star under the direct recommendation of General Patton, who said that Carpenter was the type of soldier that he wanted in his army. In September, Charles is flying on the outskirts of Aracorp. His humble spotter plane now has considerably increased its firepower, with 6 rockets attached under its wings.
That's pretty cool.
Charles has christened his plane with a name more befitting its firepower: Rosie the Rocketer. The radio is flooded with reports of German counterattacks. An entire Panzer division and 2 Panzer brigades are pushing forward and overwhelming
shit.
the Allied position.
Oh damn! I thought I don't know why. I thought we were done with the video.
Clear up a little.
Finally, a hole in the mist appears, revealing a column of German Panthers advancing directly towards Allied headquarters. He can even see Americans hiding in a river as the enemy advance looms forth. He immediately jumps into action and plunges from the sky, headed straight down towards the lead Panther, aiming for its thin roof armor.
Advanced.
The Grasshopper.
Aggressive recon.
As he reaches for his firing switches, rapidly approaching the ground, he flicks 2 of them.
Oh, that would
2
be.
rockets fire off the tubes.
Oh god, no fucking aim. You're straight dumb shit. Dumb fire. And not even just that. Like, you are... That's such a fucking fucky way to have to do that. Reaching up to flip the switches. Oh, God.
They power
Again, it's a
into the
recon
earth
plane.
right next to the lead Panther with 2 thunderous explosions before Carpenter pulls up from his dive. Right
The
above
fact
their
that this
heads.
is a recon plane is
He
just...
looks back.
Mwah.
It's a miss.
Es ist einer von diesen verrückten
Yo, War Thunder, can we get this as a plane? I want this in War Thunder. I would fucking love to have this bullshit in War Thunder.
The Germans raise their small arms and open fire at Carpenter's AL-4. Bullets whiz past his canopy, and a couple of holes are punched through the wings, but they do little against Rosie the Rocketer's fabric construction.
Yeah, it's
On the
super
ground,
fucking
stranded
lightweight.
Americans are surprised by the explosions, and they have a front seat view as they watch the spotter plane turning back for another rocket run.
Damn, homie!
This time, the Germans are ready. They take cover behind their armor and open fire upon Carpenter. Bullets crack all around and more holes are punched through his plane, but he's undeterred, jinking left and right as much as he can to throw off the Germans' aim as he barrels down towards them. He flicks 2 more switches. The 2.3-inch high-explosive anti-tank rockets fire off their tubes and
That's cool. They animated them because instead of they are on different switches for each wing, when you flip 2 on the same wing, that's super cool that they actually animated that they both came off the same wing.
directly towards the Panther, slamming into its roof.
Oh,
The
shit.
tank immediately starts to smoke. The crew inside know they're done and quickly exit the tank just as flames surge out of the hatches. That's
Dude
one down,
actually got a
but
hit.
There's a lot more to go. Carpenter pulls Rosie around in a turn for one more run and instantly faces a deluge of bullets.
Yeah, he only has 2 more
holes
rockets,
appear in
right?
his wings as he sets his sights on a half-track, with enemy fire pinging all the while on Rosie's fuselage. Charles feels a patter of impact, but he has faith in Rosie.
Come on, old girl.
Takes
God
aim.
damn, dude.
and
You are
fires.
really just fucking saying fuck you to this plane, huh?
The half-track explodes into a ball of flame. Watching from the distance, the stranded Americans quietly celebrate the heroic Grasshopper, but Charlie
Nice.
is forced to fly off, out of ammunition. He makes it back to base, and he and Rosie return with a full load of rockets.
Damn,
On
really?
the ground, the American soldiers are amazed as they see Rosie coming back into the fight. Charles
Damn,
fires at the
Rosie, you
half-track,
are
which
just
goes up in
fucking
flames.
still pushing. What a good old girl.
Then, a second Panther.
Oh, that's a cool shot. That's a cool shot.
The once
That was
terrified
cool.
men that were hiding in the river now excitedly tally the victories as Charles fires the last of his rockets into the Germans. And is forced to fly off again, but even more rockets.
What the fuck is this, War
Carpenter
Thunder?
rearms a second time. Now more of the fog
Land
is
and reload,
cleared,
land and
enemy
reload.
movements are starting to become visible. He can see Panzer IVs stalking up behind 4 US M18 Hellcats.
Oh shit.
In a rush, he dives into the attack, flying above the Hellcats as he goes. He hurriedly takes aim and fires off 4 rockets into the formation of
Damn.
Germans.
What is he? Enemy behind us. Turn around.
Oh, that's
Carpenter
so
smiles to
fucking
himself as he
lucky.
sees the Hellcats turning their turrets as he flies off and the battle kicks off.
Hell yeah, Carpenter.
Thanks to Charles' actions, the Hellcat platoon spotted the surprise attack, and the German column was stopped in its tracks.
Oh,
Later
that's
that
so
evening,
lucky.
The 6 American soldiers Charles had saved slipped into the dark and returned to safety, where they gave a full account of what they saw that day. The engagement earned him the nickname that he carried for the rest of his life, Bazooka Charlie.
Oh, that's such a dope... No, don't swap yet. I want to keep looking at this picture. Dude looks like a Chad. God. That is such a cool look for a fucking recon plane. I love
lost
it.
At the end of the war, being sold off as surplus.
What? That sucks. Damn. That would have been super cool to see in a fucking museum. Oh, that sucks.
That was until 2017 when Joe Shale, an aviation enthusiast, found that Rosie the Rocketer still existed, hanging from a ceiling in an Austrian aviation museum in civilian colors.
Dude, that's so cool.
The museum had no idea that in
you have the most famous, and it's in a museum already. That's so cool.
Their collection was the most famous Al-4 Grasshopper of them all. The Collins Foundation acquired the plane and set out to restore it to its wartime glory. The now fully flight-worthy Al-4 even has its original paint job and is on display in the American Heritage Museum.
Dude, that's so
Rosie the Rocketer
cool.
nose arc was completed by Major Charles Carpenter's granddaughter.
Really?
Charlie saved our behinds, but it was still not an easy fight. Watch this film and see what happened after he flew away.
I gotta want to check that out too. That's going on my list to check out eventually. God. That was what a pilot with bazookas led a tank battle. God, it's so fucking good. I love Yarn Hub. Yarn Hub is so... They're so good at telling interesting stories like this. And the animation just is amazing as well. Make sure you guys go and check them out. And definitely check out the original. It's linked down below. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. See ya.